Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I got a request to do a kind of like a more advice video of living in LA, moving to LA. What did she say? Let me take this off, I'm kind of hot. This one, I forget her name, so I apologize for that. My last video where I believe I entitled it California is Beautiful. That video was definitely a reflection of living in California, and sometimes I take it for granted because many people do want to live in LA. LA is a great place. It has many things to offer, has variety, a lot of variety. The beaches are beautiful. The food is great. The traffic, not so good. But with any negative, there's always positive, and with any positive, there's always negative. So you gotta just weigh your pros and cons. She basically was asking advice for people that are interested in moving out to LA or California, that don't necessarily know anyone out here, or they don't have a job or whatever. When I moved out here, I mean, I've always wanted to live in LA. I've loved it since when I first came out here when I was 17 with my friends for like my high school senior trip that we gave ourselves, and ever since then I'm like, I love it here, I want to live here, and I made it happen. I had a good amount of money. I want to say I had $3,000, $4,000 when I came out here. I did not have a job lined up. I had a couple interviews lined up, but they turned out to be like marketing, sales, door-to-door jobs, like the pyramid scheme type of jobs, which did not pan out very well. Luckily for me personally, I do freelance model on the side, and I also do promotional modeling like beer promos, energy drink promos. So thank God, like within the first week or two of living here, I say living here because I didn't have an apartment when I first came out here, which I will get to in a minute. But I had lined up a modeling gig and also like promotional modeling for the Zions energy drink I used to promote back east, and I promoted it out here a couple times. And I did not get the money right away. I had to wait for a check. Which was okay. Obviously it was good. It's better than not having any money coming through. But yeah, I knew one guy here, the guy I was dating when I first came out here, and that's a whole nother story that we don't need to get into unless you guys want to hear that. You can let me know. But yeah, I had money, and I thought I was gonna be able to find an apartment with having that much money. But out here you kind of have to have a job, I would say, because they're looking for your income within the last 3 months. And I had that income because I was doing promotional modeling back east, like I said. And I guess it wasn't good enough, and I was running out of money because I was living in hotels. And what I had to do at this point, which I didn't necessarily know before coming out here because I didn't have it in my mind, I thought I was going to find an apartment right away. I went on Craigslist. I know it could be a bad story, right? I went on Craigslist, I found a room to rent, and I met up with the guy who owned the house. Very nice dude. He was probably I think he's like late 30s, early 40s, really nice guy. And he was renting to 2 other girls around my age, and I asked how long they'd been living there. The one girl was there over a year, the other girl was there 6 months. And then I thought to myself, okay, that seems safe, you know, whatever. So I met up with him, and I looked at the room, and I was happy with it. It was better than paying $100 a night at a hotel. So I didn't have to sign anything. It was a mutual agreement, whatever. And I was paying $500 a month to live in a room, and then in the quarters of where my room was and 2 other girls' room was 2 showers and 2 bathrooms for us 3 girls to share, and then we had full access to the kitchen. So I got lucky because at that point I believe I only had $900 left to my name. and I had to pay $100 deposit along with the first $500, so there's $600 there. And with the rest of the money, I bought like pillows, just like little things like that that I needed and wanted and so forth. I did a little bit of groceries, and but yeah, it was a struggle. I'm not gonna lie, it was indeed a struggle when I first came out here because I didn't really have a game plan. I just went with it. I'm like, I want to live in California. I have the money now. Let's go. So my friend Sarah and I drove across the country. I went on my interviews out here. They didn't turn out well. But I was driving everywhere. I was going to downtown LA. I was going to Long Beach. I was going to Torrance. All different types of places. Norwalk, Downey, so forth. And I finally got something within 2 months of living here. So luckily, while I was living at that apartment or that house where I was renting the room, I booked I booked a decent amount of modeling gigs to help me pay for like the next month's rent. Thank God for that. But I would say definitely, if you can, try and move here with someone. That way you both have each other's back. You have support financially perhaps, and just, you know, emotionally, because it's very draining. And I had all my belongings in my car, and I was just driving around like, where should I stay tonight? What hotel should I stay? So I would have an interview like in Orange, California, so I just stayed at like a Motel 6 close by after my interview. But my money was going and going, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? It was just very stressful. But thankfully, I found that place to rent. It worked out, and within 6-7 months, I was working full time, and I got a raise because I started out as a medical receptionist, which was my background history back in PA. And then my title changed, and then I'm doing admin type of work now, like coordinating and stuff. So I was very thankful for that. I got like a $5 increase. So I was able to afford this apartment on my own, and I've been living here a little over a year now, and I'm very grateful. And yeah, it was a struggle, but well worth it, because I did it myself. I worked hard, I persevered, I stayed motivated, even though it's scary to not know what tomorrow brings. But you know what? Sometimes in life you just have to go and do it. Just go. Because when you think too much about something, you won't do it. Like you kind of like talk yourself out of it. And with me, I just went head first and did it. And I had to sell like one of my Louis Vuitton bags to put a down payment for this apartment. But you know what? I was happy I had that purse to sell to live here. You know, like, you have to weigh your priorities, what's most important to you. And I was sleeping on the floor, like a futon mattress, just a mattress on the floor for months. And when I first moved in here, I was sleeping on that for another couple of weeks, and then I finally bought my bed frame, and then I bought my mattress, and then I bought my couch. So I just worked towards it. But I would definitely say try and have some jobs lined up if you can, interviews. It's hard because you have to almost like live here in order to get a job in a way, you know? So just have some money saved up. And I know a friend of mine, he didn't have a job, so what he did, he paid like 6 months in advance for rent. So that's like what, almost 10 grand, maybe 7-8 grand. So they allowed him to do that. So that could be another option, but I couldn't do that because I didn't have that much money, which I could have saved more. But anyway, I'm here now, so it doesn't matter. But there's a lot of opportunity here. You just have to be driven and just go for it. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. She asked about friends. I only knew one person. That relationship didn't work out because I didn't want it anymore. It was not for me. But I made some friends. It's so hard to make friends, and I was out the other night at Venice Beach, and the bartender was saying he's from New York. He's been living here 9 years. He said it took him like 3 years to really feel like this was home for him. And I can really appreciate what he told me, because I feel that way. Like, I feel like this really isn't home. Like, I know all my friends back home, my family's back home, and I was in this mood where I'm like, I'm just gonna go back home because I'm lonely here, and all that kind of thing. When you weigh on the negatives and like the sad things, you're gonna just put yourself into like this vicious cycle of thinking negatively. And I kind of had to like snap myself out of it and be grateful for what I have, because I worked so hard to get here, and I just can't give it up yet. I mean, maybe wait 3 years that I'm here, and if I'm still not happy, I can go back home. But it's nice to have that option. But yeah, I've been here, it'll be 2 years in August, so I have to give myself more time. California has so much to offer. There's so much to see here. Like, every town is so awesome. I love the beach towns: Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach, El Segundo. Really cool places. Torrance is cool. I worked in Torrance. I lived in Whittier for like 7 months. I won't tell you exactly where I live because just privacy reasons. But you know what, guys? If you want to achieve something, just go and do it. I mean, it's easier said than done, but just have the mindset of being positive and just strive for success, and then you'll be fine. Honestly, you can get a job working in retail. There's always jobs out there. You can get a job working at a restaurant just to get quick money so you can start saving. But yeah, definitely have some money. Try and come with a friend if you have that. Just have a positive outlook. Yeah, that's really it. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna fold my laundry. I just did some laundry. And yeah, so if you want to hear any other advice or any other questions, just please feel free to ask them down below. I will be happy to answer your questions. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great night. Bye, guys.